Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy and this is Happiness Created. I have a really great video for you today, so let's just jump right into it. DIY number 1. So I'm using this Chalk Couture kit. I am no longer a designer. I just enjoy using it. If you're interested in any of this Chalk Couture stuff, just let me know and I will give you the name of an amazing designer who can help you out. So for now, I am taking these little triangular pieces of canvas and one of the transfers and the Chalk Couture paste in orange peel. And I'm going to use, there's 2 different designs and there are 5 triangular pieces. So I am going to just use both of the transfers and I am going to just chalk all 5 of these pieces. I just love the design on this transfer, well, both of the transfers. Yeah, I think they're super adorable and they go so well together. So anyway, just like I said, I'm going to chalk both of these transfers and then I start pulling them up, because if you leave the transfer on too long, because it's a silk screen, the paste will dry in the silk screen and pull up your paste. And you don't want that to happen, so you got to kind of work a little quick and just get it done, get it pulled off, so you don't lose the actual design. Now this kit also came with 2 little round, like just 2 circles. So and it came with these 2 tiny transfers. So I am just going to put those on the little circles. One of them says bunny bait and the other one says 5 cents. And I think this is so adorable. I love how they created this transfer set, actually. Now, what's going to happen is, I don't know if you guys can figure this out. I'm sure you can, because you guys are brilliant. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching me. Just kidding. So anyway, what I'm going to do is, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I took the big part of the transfer and I am putting that on the side of the little crate that came with it. And I'm sorry that was out of frame. I'm really trying to work on this new recording stuff and I'm still not quite there yet. But anyway, so I just did the black velvet chalk and chalked onto that crate. Now I'm taking those triangular shaped pieces and I am going to hot glue them together. Now it did come with some like two-sided tape, but I was getting it stuck all over my fingers, so I said heck with it and just decided to use the hot glue. So once I got those all done, it also comes with some of that batting, I think it's called. It's like cotton. So I'm just taking my Cricut tool and I'm just pushing all of the stuffing into all of the carrots, or what will be carrots, as soon as I get them all stuffed. Then I'm going to take the little grass pieces that they provide and the twine, and I am just going to start assembling my little carrot. So I just kind of tied it off a little bit, but left enough room to put the grass piece in, and then I just tighten it all down, and then I'm going to just make a bow on all of them. On 2 of them, I take, as you can see here, those little round pieces have a hole in them, so I just put them on 2 of the carrots. I think it's super adorable. And then first I just kind of place it in there, and then I decide to pull it out and put the rest of the stuffing in, because why not use it, right? And then I just add them. Now you can see that one carrot bending a little because I didn't get all of the batting way down into the point. But anyway, overall, I think it's super adorable. It was so easy to put together. I'll probably fill the crate a little more so that the carrots stick up a little bit, but I love this. Let me know what you guys think. So this video is part of the Easter Around the World playlist. There is no host, but I do have to say that C from CeeJ DIY is the one that puts this all together. So kudos to her. There's tons of amazing creators. I can't even begin to name them all. I will have everybody listed down below, but you've got to go check out the playlist. It's amazing. I will have that linked down below as well. So with that being said, let's get back into the crafts. DIY number 2. I have these little carrot sacks from the Dollar Tree, and I cut out the words bunny bait using my Cricut. Now, I just used regular vinyl. I didn't use the heat transfer vinyl. I'm probably going to fix this and use the heat transfer. It's just kind of not in a very convenient place, so I have to kind of dig it out. So I was being lazy, if I'm being honest. Plus, I was on vacation last week, and so I had to get this done. So anyhow. So I am just taking this vinyl and I'm going to place it right on top of this little carrot sack. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but I got the sacks from Dollar Tree. So once I got the vinyl on, I started putting it all together and then realized that I needed to flatten out the bottom. So I just folded in the pointy part of the bottom of the carrot, and then I just hot glued it together. So it's going to give me a flatter bottom to put my rocks in. So again, this is all I did, and I wanted to make one a little bit shorter than the other. I don't know if you can really tell once I show you the reveal of the finished pieces, but I did make one shorter than the other. And then I got these 2 carrots from the Dollar Tree as well, and yeah, so I'm just gonna cut off the labels, and that little plastic piece, it kind of broke off and you could still see it, so I wanted to pull it or cut it as close as I could. And there was also a hanger on these carrots, and I didn't want that on there, so took it off. And now I'm just going to take some rocks that I got outside, and I'm just going to place them in the bottom of the sack, but not too high because I want the carrot to be able to get in there and sit, and but I wanted it to stick out a little bit too. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. So yeah, I apparently had to show you that I'm putting the rocks in both sacks, and then, explain to you how to put rocks in sacks. Oh my good grief. Anyway, then I'm just going to stick my carrot in there, and yeah, I guess I'm putting that aside for now. Oh my goodness, Tammy, why did you leave? I'm so sorry. I don't know why I left all of this in. Oh my good grief. So then I'm just tightening the sack and around the carrot, and then I am just going to tighten the strings so that it doesn't loosen up too much. I think these came out super adorable. I just really wish that I had my heat transfer vinyl, but I can fix it. I still have a little bit of time before Easter gets here. So now I have these little carrot cutouts. I believe these are the ones from last year. So they have like a little bit of a design. They're not just plain like the ones this year. And anyways, I'm taking my Arteza gel pens and I'm just coloring them in. And then I'm going to hot glue them kind of strategically, as I do, on the bags. I think I only put 2 on each bag, if I remember correctly, because there just wasn't enough room. I didn't want to cover up the wording. So yeah, that's what I did. And I had to show you my kitty. That's Hunter. He's my old man. He's like 16 years old now. But anyway, here they are. I think it's super, super adorable. I love how this came out overall. And yeah, I think it's super cute. Let me know what you guys think of this one. Now, I wanted to let you guys know I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. I also have a Buy Me a Coffee page if you're interested in supporting my channel at all. But either way, stop by my social media and say hi. I would love to hear from you. Okay, I'm going to grab my tongue up off the floor and we will proceed. Okay, I think I get everything together again. DIY number 3. So I have the little square blocks that come in a, I don't know, 24 pack, whatever, from Dollar Tree. I have some napkins, a small egg, you know, one of those create your own things. And then I've got this egg that comes in a kit with some paint and stuff. And then the big white one. So I am using pink sand and white for this project, both from Waverly. So I'm going to paint the pieces that I need to paint and put them aside to dry while I work on my decoupaging. So I took this the middle-sized egg and I tried to sand off because there's words on the back. It didn't work so well. So I ended up having to put 2 coats on it, but that's okay. I put the 2 pieces that I painted aside, and now I'm going to take my first napkin and I'm just separating it from itself. There's like a backing on it. Otherwise, I mean, you'd be wiping your mouth with tissue paper. Who wants to do that? So anyway, I got it all separated, and now I am going to take my Mod Podge and I am going to just put it all over this Easter egg. Now this is a textured egg, so it wasn't perfect. You know, there were some wrinkles, but I used the sponge method, and then once it dried, I went over it with the iron just to try to flatten out some of the wrinkles. I did not succeed with all, I will admit, but overall I think it came out pretty good. Now I'm just going to take my finger sander and I'm going to go all around the edges and cut off all of the excess napkin. Now, for this, the smaller of the 3 eggs, I have this bunny napkin. So I'm just cutting, or not cutting, I am tearing around the bunny because I don't want it to be like the harsh lines. I want it to look a little more natural. I don't know if I'm making sense, but anyway. So I am going to separate this piece and add the small, or add the napkin to the small egg. Oh my good grief. Okay, I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying. So I let the Mod Podge dry, and then I put the parchment paper on top and ironed it. So there were very few wrinkles. And then on the other side of the bunny, I just added some more of the flowers from the napkin itself. Now, instead of using those squares, because they were a little thicker than I wanted, I took 2 tumbling tower blocks and I put them on the back of the small and medium size eggs. Okay, now I am hot gluing the center egg onto the larger egg. And then I had this fence piece. I believe I got it at Hobby Lobby, but I could be wrong. Could be Michael's. Could have been Dollar Tree for all I remember. But anyways, I painted it with that same pink sand. Oh, I guess I'm putting the small egg on first. But I did paint the fence with that pink sky. That's what it is. And I am just going to add it to the front of the smallest egg. So it looks like the bunny is behind a fence. Now I'm taking just some of the tulips that I got from Michael's. They were on sale for $1.99 a bushel, a bush, a pick, whatever. So I'm gonna cut some of the tulips off. I think I used 2 stems. And once I figure out the placement, I'm just going to take some hot glue and I'm going to hot glue them in between the smallest and the middle-sized egg. See, this is what you get when I can't use the music, because it's a whole thing, but it's a lot of money to use the copyright-free music. Anyway, so I'm going to be talking a lot more. Sorry, guys. But anyway, so now I am taking my twine that I took off this piece, and I'm going to use it as my hanger in the back. And I'm just going to take a little bit of hot glue on either side, and that will hold it into place. And once that's complete, that's it for this project. I think it's so adorable. I love the napkin with the eggs, and then the little bunny, look at him. He's like, let me out, like he's in jail or something. But anyway, oh my goodness, let me know what you think of this one. DIY number 4. So I have one of those white bunnies from the Dollar Tree, some of those eggs, which I don't end up using, and then this little kit came from the Target dollar spot. It was $3. So I am going to take some of my, well, first I'm taking the hanger off, and then I'm going to take some of that terracotta paint from Folk Art. I am using Pueblo. And what was the other one? Oh my good grief. Oh my goodness, I can't remember. I'll put them in my description box. I'm so sorry. I can't remember what the color is. But anyways, so I painted the bunny with the Pueblo, and then I took some white Waverly chalk paint and went over the bunny with that. And then it just, I had too much white, so I went back over with the Pueblo just to kind of tone it down a little bit. So now I'm just trying to decide how I want to display everything, if I can display everything And it honestly didn't really work out so well. So I ended up not using that little truck, unfortunately. But you'll see in just a second. This is my process here, so we're gonna work through it. So once I decide where everything is gonna go, I ended up putting this block at the bottom like that. And it was kind of for two reasons, I guess. One, because it wouldn't fit anywhere else, which I guess is the most important part. But also, by hot gluing it to the bottom like I did, it helps the bunny to actually stand up on its own, like freestanding, so it can be like a shelf sitter and doesn't necessarily have to be a hanging piece. So before I glue anything down, I am taking some of the little carrots from this year, and I'm using the Pueblo, and I want to say it's shale green, but I'm not positive. I will write down the colors for you in the description box. But I don't know if you guys have ever used this terracotta paint, but I love this paint. I love it. It gives just enough texture. I don't know. I love it. So anyways, I painted some carrots with the 2 terracotta paints. I think I already told you that, so we're just gonna move on. Now, once everything is painted, I'm going to hot glue everything into place, starting with this block. And I, like I said, put it at the very bottom to help the bunny stand. Now for these little carrots, I'm going to try to make like a little garland going from one ear to the other. So I'm taking some twine that I got in the automotive section at the Dollar Tree. And yes, it's just a big ball. It's just a big mess, but I can get it to work. So I make a hanger, and then I'm also going to make the little garland piece, as you'll see in a second. Trust the process, people. Trust the process. So now I've got the hanger in place and one side of the garland. And now I am going to just feed the other side in, because these little carrots don't have any holes for me to like slide the twine through. So I am just going to hot glue them into place. But it does still kind of flop around. Like I didn't glue it to the bunny itself, just to the twine. And you'll see here in just a second how that all happens. So I'm just putting a bead of glue where the green piece and the orange piece meet, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's my first video back and I'm just a hot mess. So I apologize in advance. This is not very professional, but I'm having fun anyway. So I'm just gluing. I end up gluing 5 of them, I think, in total. These 2 I just put really close to the hanger. I did the one in the center, and then I'm going to do the other 2 as well. So yeah, that's a total of 5. And then because I had extra, I took a couple of them. I put one on the sign itself, as you can see there, the little block. And then I put one on each of her little feet. Now this little bag, little sack, I really wanted to use it. I tried painting the carrots and it didn't work, so I tore it all apart. So what I did was I hot glued it to the top of the block, as you can see here, and then I painted more of those little wooden carrots, and I'm just going to use those to fill this little sack because why not? It worked and it looks super cute. So anyway, I'm hot gluing it to the bunny too, just so that it doesn't like fall forward. And then I just took, I don't know, a random little bag that I had, probably the one the eggs came in, just so that they didn't fall into the bag too much. And then I'm gonna hot glue 3 of them together, and then I hot glue a few more to keep them from falling out of the sack. And if you put just one individually, they'll end up falling out. So I'm just hot gluing them all together, and then there will be no accidental bunny accidents. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, now that the eggs are all in place, that's it for this one. I think it came out super cute. I think I need to go back and put some little white streaks or something in the carrots just to give them some dimension. But anyways, I love it. I think it came out super adorable. Let me know what you guys think. So I want to thank C for putting this together for all of us and all the amazing creators that are in this playlist. I can't wait to watch the playlist. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a great big thumbs up for me. It really helps me out. If you're new to my channel or coming over from the playlist, welcome. I hope you'll consider sticking around and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a brand new video. I thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend with me, and I will see you next time.